Well, just did something I haven't done in a long time. Gave up. Fucking gave up working today. It's 5 o'clock and I've already come home for the day because I just can't. People's food stamps and EBTs get canceled and everyone thinks their shit's getting delivered 2 to 3 towns away. You can fuck yourselves. Have a great night. You know, you can't be me. You're gonna fucking fuck my rating all the way down. So I just said fuck it for today. It's a Wednesday night and I'm gonna invest in my audience. So here we go. We're gonna try one more video here, maybe, for the weak side. And what I'm gonna do now, I've done a little bit of both, good and bad, right? Especially if you watch the hour long. I'm going to do one now, aggressively on a flat bet, but also such that I can, someone's at my door. Hold on. Sorry about that. You know what, just thinking forward. Playing for the strategy instead of making the video take an hour long. Maybe just pause it until I see something go 3 and then say, alright, this is what we're going to do. That would save so much time in the video instead of making you listen to me for an hour for nothing. So there we go. We have 3. And we have 1. So you know what time it is. It's winning time. 3 threes. Wow. Okay. Interesting thing. 3 threes gives you 9. 3 sixes gives you 8. Anywho, just fun fact for you. So we won. So next time it goes player, I'm going to double it up. Okay, I'm going to double it. With the idea if it loses, we're back to 0. The worst that can happen is we just start over where we started. It's a parlay, yes. Why not? You're going to play for this strategy. Get 1, flip 1, and then go back to the base again. And I get an extra 1 out of this if I'm right. If not, I got to use the base unit to get it back. I won't be up 1 still, but I will be even, right? Yeah. So if we lose this, we're down 1 effectively, right? But of course, we win. Not of course, but we won. So we're going to see if we can't use a... I could have mitigated that parlay, right? I didn't even have to do the full unit. I just chose to. But now that I have 1,000, actually, almost 1,500 take, I have a lot of things open to me. You know? Just by being willing to parlay that one time. Oh, well, here we go. What do we do? I could parlay it again and well, I could mitigate the parlay and flip 750, half of the profit so far. But if I lose it, I'm basically saying I'm going to bet that twice and potentially lose all the profit if this goes 3, right? The other school of thought here is I could just simply do 1, right? I don't have to do any more than that. And I could effectively even just do a couple of these. Oops, not those. Oh, you could. You can do a couple of these. And I could do that for 2 hands now. And if it loses, I still have $1,000. What would you do? Well, because Uncle wants to be a good example. No. Do I, though? I will do 2. Okay. If this doesn't work, I'm going to do 5 after. Maybe I'll have to make a business decision at that point. But I want to stay aggressive here. Okay. Yes, I made the right choice. So this effectively, instead of costing 1,000 for 2 hands combined, it's going to cost us 700. Okay. And if I'm wrong here, I'm going to be back down to my original 5, right? We're at 11, 2. We're at 1,200. So yeah, if I lose 5 here, I'll be down to 7. Yeah, I'll be down to 7. So yeah, let's just see if we get it. Epic fail. But that shoe's over. So I'm going to take that 725 to the next shoe. And keep that in the laundry pocket. We're going to start over with the bankroll. There it is. I got to deal the cards. and we're going to find another one. That's all there's to it. So we kept 700. And you know what? Guess what, guys? That last shoe failed on the third occurrence, right? So if I was flat betting it for the 500 and winning it on the first try, we would have had 1,000. And if we would have flat bet that 500 twice, we would have gave both those 500s back. We'd be left with 0. But because I was willing to say, you know what, fuck it. I'll just parlay at one time. And if it works, I'm going to be up 3 units. And that's what I was. So then when I reduced, it only cost me whatever I wanted to do. I could have did 100 and 200. I have to do 200 and 500. I had $1,500 almost, right? But nonetheless, however you want to structure that is up to you. I just wanted to try to find one video here where we could actually hammer them. And I'm a little angry today, so I'm a little angry betting today. So that's my fault. But it's worked. We're up 720. Do that for 30 days. We got 21 grand plus. So, you know, whatever's fuck, man. We're just going to find something here. It all really is relative to the number of shoes one has the ability to play on. You know, if you don't have resources available to you in order to play that many shoes in a day, well, maybe not bet so aggressively. Because you're going to let it bother you that you had the lead without getting it back, right? You just don't have tables to play, right? So we got 3 players there. We're going to wait for a banker, and we're going to attack. That ain't a bank. And that is not a bank either, so we got to wait. Brad special time. Brad lost 2. It touched the bottom. Right-hand turn is in play. Yep. Wow. How about this? It's a long player. Okay, it finally lost. Finally got something to fuck with here. I mean, that might be an anomaly, that long player, but let's find out. Nope, he came right on back. So now we wait for a bank and we try again. Another natural player is a player shoe, to be certain. Baker. So now I'm going to double it. If it doesn't work, I'm back to where I started, -5. No harm, no foul. I'll flat bet it on the next hand with 5, not 1,000 now. If this loses, right? If this loses, I'm going to go back to the base unit of 5 and just try to get back to even again, right? Hopefully I don't lose. This will set it up again. And I win. Lucky ace, we won. A lot of ways we could have lost that one. So once again, we have 1,500. So the shoe before this, I had 1,500, just about, minus commission. And then I gave a little back, but I still walked with 7. If I add that 720 to this, or whatever it was, 700 something, let's just say 7. Or, 700 plus 1,500, 2,200. Not fucking bad. You do that for 30 days. We don't have to still be here, okay? But I'm just going to show you how long this can go for, you know? We got another single bank. This happens sometimes. It doesn't make sense that none of those will come down, right? But won't be surprised if it don't, you know? I won't be surprised if it don't. I've seen it enough. But I'm only going to bet a little guy here. So, yeah, it lost. Lost a terrible way. It even reduced that 3 and it still won on the bank. Jesus. Okay, so, well, I'm going to be aggressive. I did 1, now I'm going to do the other 4. And if I don't get it, I'm not going to have any more. I'm going to leave at the 1,000. And I'll add the 7 to it. I'll still have 1,700 for the day. And I'm on the wrong side, gentlemen. Jesus. I fucked up the whole video. Let's see. There we go. See, I would have been so pissed. Now, you don't have to do 4 there. Okay, I'm just trying to see how obnoxious I can make this. But really, if I'm being a good example, if I reduce to the 100, it should be no more than a 1-2 bet probably. 1-3 if you're feeling frisky. 1-4 is a little aggressive. You're basically betting the whole purple chip in 2 hands, right? That's not what we're trying to do when we're reducing. So we're going to wait here. We're going to wait for a banker. We're going to try again. Effectively, right now, we're up 2,500 for the video. And only because we were a cunt last year and bet too much at the end, but that's okay. So we're going to try this again. I'm going to go with the little guy first. Little guy lost. Okay. I want to keep that 15 at least intact. So the most I can do now is a 1-2. Plus, it's 2 side-by-side second banks, so I'm a little nervous now. But I'm going to play for it till it doesn't work. It didn't work. So we're off of that. It's okay. We got 1,500. Plus the other 700 is 2,200. That's sick money. But I don't need to play that game anymore. It's over with. So we're on to the next shoe. And I gotta do this. My quiet time seems to be getting interrupted dramatically. And let's see. All right. Wow, right? Look at that for a tie, huh? Fifth hand of the shoe? Yeah. Crazy. All right. Still a chop. Still a chop. Second. Third? No. Still a chop, man. See how long you gotta wait sometimes? This shit settle down? I mean, do you even trust the dominancy when it chops this long? I don't know that I do. Even if it goes 3 bank right now, I don't did. Well, there's our dominancy, I guess. Has player even gone to? No. Interesting. This probably won't work, but let's find out. Brutal. We just lost 1-0. Gotta flat bet it. All right, we're grinding now. Let's put that that 2,200 whatever to the side, and just focus on this now. We're gonna focus on loss recovering these 2 units. Write that down for yourself. We had 2,200, but we just gave back 2 units. So as far as I'm concerned, we're at a -2 right now. I'm not subtracting it from the total. Write down the 22, and let's see if we can't get this back. This is the hard part, If it loses the first 2 bets that you make in the shoe, that's tough because you're betting big money these first 2 playing like this. Anyway, if you're willing to flat bet a big one and a big one, it's damnation if it fails instantaneously, and it happens. Look at the hour-long video; it definitely happens. So we're gonna find something different here. I hope. Ain't that a bitch though when it starts out all choppy and you're missing all the chops, and the variable I'm searching for comes out and then it stops cold turkey back to back. It's so crazy. All right, so let's see here. So we're gonna go 3. Yes. So we're looking for a player to bet against, and we need to get 2 of these. It doesn't mean I'm gonna do. It doesn't mean because I have 40 units, I'm immediately gonna do this. I'm gonna pace it out, man. All I want to do is break this bitch even. We lost by the only card of 4, 9 to 8. Brutal. Well, here we go again. Got it that time. Need a new player to bet against. There it is. Gonna go bet bank. And we lost, so we gotta get it back again. Fuck. Can't ever get these the first time with the natural 9, right? Damn. Alright, well, we gotta wait again. Note every single player has gone too. It's noteworthy. There's a player. There's a banker. Okay, so we got one of the 2 losses back. We just got to find one more to get back. Minus commission. Fuck the commission, bro. I'm not even thinking about commission. Stay on task here, okay? You let the commission bother you, you'll never win. You know what, though? 3-4 is going to win. All right, got to bet bank. Win, yes. All right, we got that even. Minus commission. So, we still have that other 2,200 from before. We recovered the 2 that lost in the next shoe. And we're basically back to even. This is the one that matters here. And I'll tell you what else. If I get this one to chop, probably gonna play it moderately safe after that. But I won't even get that far because the bullshit happened. Oh, we got that 38 special to go our way. Okay. So we gave a little commission back there again, but we're floating. So we gotta wait for a player again. Not there. Maybe? Yep. Just got a bet banker. We're staying with the heavy unit. I mean, I'm still up 2 units for the shoe, but I'm effectively broken even. But if I'm looking at it from the standpoint that I'm up 2 units for the shoe, I should probably be reducing at this point, right? And the thing is, 4 out of 6 times it came down 2 on the player. So it would favor those odds. And seconds are dominating for the shoe so far. 8 over 11. 8 over 3. So 8 out of 11 for, favoring the come down. But I'm still going to do this because player has not gone 3 yet. And I'm wrong, so I was right to be afraid, I guess. And I got a tie, luckily. Can I win this time? No. Cunt. So I gave them both back, And that's what I mean. Like, if you're able to come up to think about reducing, It's frustrating to spend this much time equity just to float, on this shoe. But that shoe's dead now because it went 3. So I'm going to another one. And we're going to try and find another outcome. It sucks though, right? Because we got the 2 lost units back and we chose to give them right back again in 2 hands. So just remember, you don't have to get all the work done on one shoe. If you're fortunate enough to loss recover a bad shoe with 2 positive ones, I don't know that I'd want to stay in it and be aggressive. I guess it would depend what the shoe looked like. I guess I thought I had a fair shot on the shoe that we just had. But, it doesn't have to work. Nothing does. So we're just going to have to bide our time. And, there's something cool about going in there, not having a bad day, knowing you won right away, 2, maybe 3 quality units, and walked right the fuck out. Imagine just being able to do that for a week. Yeah, I was there for 30, 40 minutes. And I walked out with 1,500. And you did that 3 out of 5 days. How you feeling then? Talk about a good use of your time. You could do whatever the fuck you wanted with the rest of your day. Okay? So, think about short-term goals, Let's get in there and get out. So we're going to try to get it and get out of this. But we lose. Got to try again. And we win. Thank God. Okay, so we need another bank to bet against. I think, right? Yeah. We need a banker to bet against. And that's not it. Player shoe, man. Tie. Another tie. Come on, man. I'm home today. Let me give you a good show here. I got time today. I'm awake. I'm not falling asleep here. This player does scare me, full disclosure, because of the seconds. But I got to do it because it's what we're hunting for. I have to stick to it if I'm hunting for it. But I was right to be concerned. Now, if it feels dirty, you don't have to be compelled that you have to do it. Like I just said, I was concerned about a 2-2-2 on the second. But I did it anyway because I didn't want to miss on the single bank, Damned if you do. But I'm going to try and do it again. Upsetting. We got a loss recover 4 now instead of just 2. Do you see what I mean now? Do you see what I mean? We've effectively given all the profit away of the beginning of this video now. And it seems like this has gone longer than 19 minutes. I'm glad it didn't. I gotta find a way to get us 4 units back, bro. Mitigated parlay, or even the parlay jump out might be what gets it done here. We'll see. It might take a couple shoes, man. And the thing is, if I lose 2 right off the rip, that's 1,000. It's 2 big boy units right off the bat. There's no reduction, loss, nothing. You just get fucked. And apparently it's just gonna stay choppy. For times. What the fuck? Yeah, it's just gonna chop, bro. You know, happens. 3-player. I like the player variable better. We don't got to worry about commission recovery. So let's see here. Need a bank. Got it. The selfish part of me just wants to bet 2 units now. Use the bankroll, but I don't want to be that example. You can do it with the little stuff. You can. Okay. Thought enters my mind. If I was going to do a big one last time, that would have cost me 1,000 with 2 units. But instead, it only cost me 1. So I could put 3 here. And it would be like betting 2 units twice. But if I'm wrong again, well, damn. I'd rather not think about that. But I'd be down 8 units. You know. Be down 4G minus the 2,000 profit. We'd still be down 2,000 for the video. Actually, closer to 1,800. But still. Aggravating, right? Knowing you were up 2,000 plus and you didn't go home. Do you see what I'm saying? What is a real goal when you're walking in the door? The goal is to fucking win, okay? It's not, let's see how much we can rape them for. The goal is to fucking win and leave every day with your pride, at the very least. Humility notwithstanding. You know you did a good job, right? It's good to be proud of that. I don't care if you're there for 5 minutes. You make 1,500. You better fucking leave. We just got tied on a 9. Third card. Only way we could get tied is a 9. He fucking pulls a 9. And look how we took that 9. And we got fucked. I fucking hate that. Repeat the bet. Got the 9 anyway. Fuck off. So, there you go. That's not how you do anything. It's just, I won. It's vindication. So listen, we're going back to these again, right? We ain't getting cute now. On the strength of that, we've allowed ourselves to come up 2 for that shoe, which effectively puts us at, we still have to loss recover 2 more, right? Yeah. Came into this down 4. If we would have lost that last bet, we would have been down 8. That's how fucked up that was. So we still have 2 to loss recover here. I don't know if we'll find it. We got to get off of this if we do. I just, you think about when you get back to that number, that 2,000 plus number, you're like, I could have just left hours ago. I didn't have to play all these other shoes, right? Because I'm back to this damnation again on the seconds hitting. But I got to bet against the bank. It's almost a null bet where I don't like either side. But if I'm playing specifically for this variable, I have to do this. And I win. Thank God. So I'm only missing 1 now. I got to wait for another bank. I'm going to just keep betting against the weak side if I ever get the weak side to come out again here. I can wait all day. Don't want to. I'd like to go home. Player just keeps coming out. Look at this. What the fuck's going on right now? Serious? It's all player. Player natural. Fuck. Okay, it finally lost 6-7. So, we're going to bet the player now. We're just going to bet 1. Here we go. Natural. Natural, bitch. So we got all our money back. Bro, this is fucking brutal. But the whole shoe hasn't lost yet. It's all player. What's the count? 17-7 with 3 ties. Crazy. Crazy. Well, how about the NFL? Did you see all those trades today? That's fucking crazy. Let's see here. Wow, Banker stole that one, huh? Okay. Just take a quick look here. Well, seconds would have been off. There's no conflicting variable. Should be player for 2 hands here. I just don't know how much I want to do it for. You know? Well, we know the money that's in the laundry pocket's still $2,200. We lost recovered already with the 2,000, the ones that we gave back. So we're still up 2,200. So I'll tell you what. I'm just going to do a little guy, okay? Just a little guy here. Just a little guy. I'm a pussy. But you know what? Whatever. We won. So you add that 100 to the other 2,200 from the beginning of this video, and we're up 2,300. So $100, $100, man. I just quit working my job today because they stopped letting me make anything close to that. So, fuck them. Tomorrow's another day, you know what I mean? Fuck them. Not gonna waste my brand new car. Oh yeah, I got a new car yesterday, by the way. It's basically the same car, but it's all white. Heated seats, heated steering wheel, automatic start. Never had that in a car before. I don't know why, but I do now. It's nice. It's gonna be nice. The winter's around the corner. It's supposed to snow soon. It's gonna be nice. Okay. So we got the single bank. I'm going to just bet the little stuff for the rest of this. And, you know, of course, they like to punish me. When I reduce, they let it be the easiest win ever, 9/3. If I stay in the fight, they got to make me crap my pants. So, whatever. We get one more of these right now, and we're at 2,500 for the video. So, let's see. Nope. One more chance. Got it right back. 7-6. 4, 6, 7. So, we're going to burn a hand. And we're floating, you know, we're at 2,400 plus for the whole enchilada. If we keep putting the profit units into the profit pocket, that pile still builds. And we just work with the original 10K, whatever your bankroll is, whatever it is. But effectively, 12 of this 12,200 would be this starting bankroll money, right? And the 200 would get put away. The other 2,000 still in our pocket from earlier. So, not bad day at the office for this strategy. It hasn't been cataclysmic, for sure. So, it's coming. I know that shoe's coming. And because of that, you don't want to stay there too long. You know, law of averages, you're going to get fucked. How about the hour-long video where every single shoe had never worked, right? So, that's damnation. It's working right now. It's like you get rewarded for being a pussy sometimes, you know, it's frustrating. Every one of these could have been a 500. Every one of those single banks, right? On player. Sucks, don't it? Sucks. But nothing wrong with being careful. So we're going to be careful again. We've been careful this long. We better not say, I'm going to whip it out now. And there you go. That's why. So now we got a loss recovered. And we got it right back. Okay, great. So the shoe's still alive. 12.3. Well, then we're actually at 2,500. So we had 22 left over plus that 3. We'd be at 2,500. Must have missed one talking. I don't know what I did. So we're waiting for a banker here. There it is. We'll do a little guy here. We won again. Won again. God dang, if these were all 500 flat bets, I would have destroyed it. The casino wouldn't be recognizable anymore. It'd be holding a sign. We'll deal for food. Okay, so here we go. Flat. All right, it's over. No problem. So we put that 200 net toward the profits and we put that 2,000 part of it toward the losses. Gives us a net win for the day so far of 2,400. We're at 30 minutes. Do you really want me to do another one? You want me to risk this? Well, how much do you want me to show you here? You want to see the bad, don't you? You want to see me get fucked, don't you? All right. Fine. Full disclosure, I finished with 2,400. Let's see what fucking happens when you stay too long. Right? Let's see. You want to be a selfish cunt and stick around. Watch what happens here. Let's see. Nope. Still going to fucking chop. We're not going to get an opportunity, but look at this. It doesn't have the makings of a shoe that's going to be conducive for that variable. Is that 3? Or is it 2? It's 2. Maybe this will be 3. Yeah, it is. Okay, so bank's the strong side. Need a player to bet against. There it is. Here we go. Let's see if we get fucked. We don't. We don't. Elation. One could say as soon as you get a 1 to the good, that goes right in the laundry pocket. And you just focus on your old money. So that 500, I can't take it off the total. You know what I mean? But this 500 should go in the laundry pocket. You don't look at it again. And you focus with your starting capital. But by keeping it on the table and looking at it, if you know you have 1 or 2 of them to the good and you reduce, you give yourself the grace to lose at a much smaller pace. So I was supposed to bet there, sorry. So that would have been another $500. Oh, no. No, player's the weak side. No, we wouldn't have bet there. We will bet here, though, for our banker. So player's the weak side. So here we're going to try just one more time. And we got it, 6 to 7. So there you go. Another 1,000 for the profit pocket. And the next time we get a player, we're going to just reduce to the 1 little black chip. And that's it. Well, it was fun, man. We now are at 3,400 on the day. Fucking crazy. But that's what we're at. You'd have to have the capital to sustain this, but that's what we'd be at. And ask yourself, I never got fucked. Like, I kept going to different shoes, but I kept that balance very close to the even 10. Every new shoe I went to. That was my buy-in. And I'm still keeping track of the things that we're replacing, right? So we're at 3,400. That is sick money for one day. I don't got to tell anybody that, but that's sick. So we're going to reduce to the little guy now. And if this loses, fuck him. I've already taken so much, I don't even care. So I lost. Fuck him. I'm going to flap at it. Fuck him again. That was a perfect time to reduce, right? Perfect time to reduce. So we had 3,400. We gave 200 back at the end. That puts us at 3,200. We're going to another one. You know what I'm saying? It's 1,000 take. We gave 2 back. No big deal. Minus commission. Fuck the commission. So we're at 3,200. No big deal. Fucking awesome, actually. Forget it now. I mean, this is my thing. How long do you want to stay there for? Because you're going to run into the motherfucker shoe where this strategy will not work for you. I'm telling you now, it's coming. It's definitely coming. So, being the fact that I have this much already, if I win one and then I give it right back, it'll be hard for me to stay on the shoe. I'd probably just say, you know what, fuck them. You know what I mean? I don't want to give back a profit unit, except for whatever I win on that shoe. If I can get to 2 and I can reduce it, I don't care what they do, because I'll already be at a number, you know. So there's 3. We're going to wait for a player. We're going to bet against him. Got to wait for a player. Got to wait for a player. We're going to be waiting a minute, I guess. Bananas. Okay, so there we go. Bread special chocolate. Alright, hopefully we get this here. Pop. Yep. We're at 3,900. Right? Or is it 3,700? call. I want to say we're at 39. So just waiting for a player. And it's not hyperbole. You know, if you had the money to do this, this is what would have happened. How much does one need to do this? Well, like I say have 40 of them just so you have a bankroll. You don't have to feel like you're on your last dime. You just got to go all in or some nonsense like that. You don't want to feel like it's do or die time, you know. But you don't want to be reckless with it either. So here we're going to flap at it one more here. It lost. Oh, it tied. Lucky natural tie. We lost anyway. Fuck them. Got one more chance. It lost. So for that shoe, I gave away 1 unit. So we're going to go to another one. We're going to focus on loss recovering that 1 unit. And then I'm going to be done for the video, guys. I'm going to focus on just getting the 1 unit, and then I'm going to reduce to the black chip. And if it loses, whatever. I lose a partial unit against the 3,400 we won. So the 3,400 laundry profit pocket is still to the side. We just focus on the one that we have to recover. Okay. So let's see. We have to loss recover 1. That's what I mean. You keep that separate, and you just buy in with the bankroll until you get the bankroll back to 0. I think you could just go. 0 net losses, that's all it'll take. And if you do start to have some pushback trying to recover that 1 lost unit, then not the difference. Don't give the whole stack away that you worked so hard for. Like, that's a lot of money. You don't have to even... You could wash that and just leave with 29, but let's beat their ass. We only got to win 1 time. Just got to find it and get out. Just got to wait patiently for that to present itself, and it will be over. It's a good feeling knowing that they can't touch you. They didn't get a fucking dime from you because you evened it out. You stayed close to 0 the whole time, and you struck where the moment made sense. There's a lot making sense about this if it goes player right here. Sure did. Look at all these chops back. It's a broken record, I know, but it's a lot of chops, man. Banker. No. Okay, so we got our variable. We need a banker to bet against. There's 4 players. Banker, got a bet player. This will get the unit back. Tie. Good tie. Good tie. Okay. Got a rebet. Down 3. So I'm not leaving until I lost recover those 3. But guess what, guys? As soon as I lost recover those 3, and I told you these shoes were coming, didn't I? We ended up making a little more money, but now we're starting to give some of it back. So I have to loss recover 3, and as soon as I do, that'll be enough for me. I'll take my 3,400 and walk. But if I don't start recovering it soon, we're giving that profit back, aren't we? Laundry pocket will become our bankroll. We don't want that. We worked hard for that shit. Sometimes you don't got to make it all back in one shift, 1 day, 1 shoe, whatever. You know, you don't. So players are strong side. There's the bank. You get to bet no commission here. Got it. 2 to go. And I could parlay that next time, and that would get all 3 of them back. So let's find another bank and hope that works. Otherwise, too aggressive maybe. But I just want to go home. I want to go home. You know where I'd go wrong? I'd be like feeling how close I was getting to say I want a strap. I'd want to cash out a strap just to say I did it. That's the fucking stupid shit that gets you in trouble, though. Save that shit for the next day. Cash out the strap the next day. Right? So here we go. I'm just going for it right here. I win. We got it all back, guys. So I got the negative chips back, and I still have 3,400 of their money. They can suck my dick. I'm just waiting for a banker now, and I will try again for the little money. Right? We still have 3,400 net take, so I can risk the little money. So I'm going to reduce to the little 100, and if that doesn't work, no big deal. I'll still have over 3,000, no matter what here. Okay, so let's just see how much we can take with the little guys. We tied 1-1, bro. I mean, we should have lost by rights once the 5 reduced to 1, but then the banker reduced to 1 off of 2 of all things. Anyway, we get another chance here. We get a natural 9 and we win. So great. That could have been another 500, but no use being a cunt. You don't want to give that back. $500 is a lot of money. It's silly. So here we go again. We're just going to flat bet the 100 and see how many of these we can take. And we win again. Look at that. 6 over 5. Almost to the 3 6s, right? That would have been painful. But we won. So we wait. We wait for another bank. And then we bet against it. And there it is. We're going to bet against it. And by winning the last 2 players, we've already flushed the chance of losing any of the profits so far for the video, because we're only going to flat bet this on a 1-1 right now. If it loses, we'll be back to the 3,400. Otherwise, we will have 3,600. Going on 37 right here, if this goes player. And it did. So we have 3,700. Lovely. Yeah, we have exactly 3,700. Maybe some commission notwithstanding, but fuck the commission. Don't let that, burn a hole in your mind. Commission's easily fixed when you're making 3,700 in a video. And I don't know how many shoes this was either, guys, anymore, but it's been a good number of them, right? So it really is indicative of how many shoes you have in your place of leisure. Or places, if they're close by, to get shit done, But right now, this is bananas. Has it even gone 2-player yet? A 2-banker. No, the whole shoe hasn't gone 2-bank. That's why this is gold. Fuck. I could have made 500 every single one of those red chips. 1, 2, 3, red circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Could have been $3,000 right there. I'm serious. Imagine if you parlayed it. Be 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 16,000 this last time you would have won. Are you fucking serious? It'd be 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 16,000 take. You'd have to bet 10,000 there, and you still would have won. You'd have 26,000 off of one $500 chip. Don't do that, by the way, but you could have, hypothetically. Fucking stupid, right? Just saying, I'll wait for it to go red and bet against it every time. I'm going to double it. Oh, here's another one. Let's see. Would this have doubled again? This would have been for 36,000 right here. Fucking stupid shit. Let's see if it would have worked for you. Yep, you would have won again. You would have made 36 grand off of $500. Fucking stupid, right? I see shoes I'll walk up to shoes that look like this. I'm like, do you guys realize how great that is? They're like, what do you mean? It sucks. Nothing's coming down. I'm like, are you high? I pointed out, and they're like, oh, yeah, well, yeah. Easy to say now. I'm like, yeah, but what if you were hunting for that? You were on it from way back here where it went 3. You decided that was the weak side. That's the whole reason I made this series. A shoe like this that I've never been able to find, and I'm betting $100. I should be betting 5. It's too bad it's fake money, right? But fucking hell. This happens in real life. And I'm making videos about it just to open your mind to it. When you see it in real life, you're like, this is that shit that motherfucker on the internet was talking about. You don't have to increase it. You could mitigate increasing. You could win and then bet half of your winning. If that wins, you pull the other half of your initial bet out, and you just keep running it up from there, and then flat bet something so you don't give the whole stack away, right? But you put your investment back in front of you after the first 2 victories. If you have 7 victories, you're cleaning them out. You're buying a car, cash money is what you're fucking doing. I wish I could have done that yesterday, but I didn't. So here we are. Burn another hand here. Trying to find another banker. And it's not a banker, so we gotta wait. Look at all this player though, right? Okay, so we're gonna go to the little guy. It won again, bro. It won again. I basically won 6 times with the little guy. Imagine if those were all purples. I'd have another 3 grand. We'd be walking out here with 6,000 plus. What the fuck? Just flat betting it. Forget parlaying it. Just flat betting it. For fuck's sake. This is a unicorn, to be sure. You're not going to have shoes like this where it never goes to bank, ever. Okay? This is as good as a run to me, right? But I think this can happen with much more prosperity than trying to find a run out of thin air. Because a run, it could go 3, 4, 5 and stop on all 3 of them. If it never goes 2 on the bank, you're just destroying them. Right off the rip. You know? No thinking involved. If it doesn't work, you go to the next shoe where it goes 3. Well, there's a bank again. You think this one will come down? I'm not jumping off it till it fails. I got a natural again. I won again. You don't jump off this. These are the times you don't leave, right? You can't. It makes too much sense. But I'm being very cautious. I'm not betting a lot. Oh, there's another single bank. Let's see if this one chops. Yep. Sure. Oh, no, it didn't. Pulled a miracle 4 at the end. So this might be where the fun stops. We got one more try to break that individual loss even. If it doesn't, that's okay. We'll net the difference. Okay, we zeroed out. Fuck them. You got a 10-to-1 bonus too. But that's all right. So there's 12K sitting there, which means I made money, plus I made more. I'm trying to think what we came into that shoe with. We weren't down, right? We had the 3,400 in the pocket. And we came into this shoe after the other shoe broke, but it wasn't really losing. Oh, that's right. Last shoe was a loss recovery shoe, right? I think. The fact is, I know we're not down. We have no less than 3,400 in our pocket. And then we made an additional 2 or 3 here. Let's just say we won 2 before the 15. When we had it at 15,000, that would have been 3 purple chips. 12. Sorry. When we had it at 11,500, that would have been 3 purple chips over the $10,000 starting balance they give us. So effectively, if we came in down a unit, we would have won 3 purples basically for the video. For not for the video, but for that shoe. I don't remember if we were down 1 or 2, but you know if you've been following along, if you've been writing it down, I hope you were. You know we're up a lot, right? We still have the 3,400 in the laundry pocket, and we have 2,000 sitting there. So even if it was just 1,000 take right there, you'd still be up over $4,000. And I think it's closer to 4,700 because we had the other 200. So if 500 from this balance here of the 2,000 we took was loss recovery, you'd have another 1,500. You add that to the 3,400. Well, damn. Right? You'd be at 4,900. You'd almost be at a strap. I just don't recall what loss recovery we had to do coming into the shoe. In all honesty. Damn it. Wish I would have wrote it down. It's a good video. But I know we're up there. You know what I mean? We're at no less than a $4,000 take, and it's probably more than that. You understand? Crazy shit. It went a little longer than I wanted to, but It was a good unicorn for this system. You wait for a strong side to present itself, which I say is 3 or more. The first instance of that, I immediately say the other side is the weak side. And I just test fire it, And if it doesn't go down, well, great, we got something here. We can work with that. And then it worked again on a parlay. And then I just started doing all these singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before we gave 2 away for a net of 5, which makes perfect sense because we have an even bankroll of 12,000 there, betting for players. So that makes sense perfectly. Fucking crazy. All right, well, I'm going to post this. That might be the last one for this series. I think that kind of tells you. But what I want you to understand is sometimes a shoe will open up like this where it's like long player and then bank comes down, but player never comes down again. So sometimes the weak side is what came down strong at the beginning. You know what I mean? It'll be real strong the first 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hands out of 11, and then it's never player again. It's something like what this is doing here, where it never came down again. It came down there, but you know what I mean? That was the only time it came down there. What hand are we on even? 35. We're not even halfway through. Just about halfway through, but not quite. So it might be all bank. This could be the line in the sand. I see that happen a lot where the scoreboard splits it too, where now it's all banker, right? But I'm not going to play the shoe out to find out because I want to waste time. Just things to be watchful for. Sometimes it's a changing of the guard at some point, and it's like whatever was happening ain't happening no more. It was all chopping, but now you got 2 runs out of 6. So just be careful. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here to try to help you while I'm thinking about things. But let's see. I try to summarize that video. It's a little all over the place there, but that was beautiful. It never went 2 bank, bro. Imagine if you were on it with 500 right there and a flat bet, right? On a flat bet, just didn't care if you gave it right back. You won. You won. You won. You won. You won them all. She couldn't wait 5 more seconds to call. She had to put a fucking number there. Anyway. $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, $3,500, $4,000, $4,500, $5,000. And you would have gave if you were going to stay on it on a flat bet, you would have gave $1,000 back. You still would have had 4. But if your goal was to get an even strip, you were done right there before the other 2 came down. So whatever. All right. Have a good night.